Good morning, student. Today I am going to teach you the chapter 17, page number 32. In this chapter, the chapter is book lovers. Book lovers. Book is the part and parcel of our life, of everyone's life, because it tells us a lot of stories, interesting stories, historical stories, geographical stories. So, everyone has interest in reading a book, and they are known as book lovers. In this chapter, some wonderful book you will love to read. Now, in this chapter, some wonderful, आश्चर्यजनक किताब जो you will love to read. The first is Rusty Stories. The first is series. In Rusty series by Ruskin Baum is a series of stories. It is a series of stories. यह जो है सो कहानी का सीरीज है about the growing up of an Anglo-Indian war. इस स्टोरीज में एंग्लो इंडियन वॉर का ग्रोइंग स्टोरीज है. हु लिव्स इन द वैली ऑफ देहरादून, जो देहरादून के वैली में रहते हैं इन इंडिया. द स्टोरी आर अबाउट रस्टी मीटिंग. इस स्टोरीज में रस्टी का जो मीटिंग होता है विथ interesting people, different type of people, and his unusual experience. Do you understand? Do you know the meaning of unusual? The meaning of unusual experiences. Unusual means not common. Unusual means not common. Not common. Remember it. Asamanya. It is about Rusty children. The second is James and Jan Peach. The second is James and Jan Peach. Is an adventure, a story of a 4-year-old boy, James. And do you understand the meaning of adventure? Adventure का मीनिंग होता है साहसिक कार्य, संजय युक्त कार्य या साहसी कहो. इट इज बेटर टू से साहसी. एडवेंचर ऑफ ए 4-year-old बॉय जिसका नाम जेम्स है, बाय द फेमस चिल्ड्रन ऑथर Ronald Hull. James is an orphaned boy. James is an orphaned boy. Do you know the meaning of orphan? The meaning of orphan is having no parents, that is, they have lost their mother and father. माने जिसका बाप माँ पापा मम्मी न हो, अनाथ, अनाथ समझते होगे, जिसका कोई नहीं है, उसी को ऑर्फेंड बुआ कहा जाता है। हु वांट्स टू मेक फ्रेंड, जो अनाथ ऑर्फेंड हुआ, तो ही डिजायर्ड टू मेक सम फ्रेंड, wants to make friend. He begins an adventurous journey. वह जो है शुरू किया साहसिक यात्रा, adventurous journey, with the help of a giant peach, and make friend at the end of his journey, and make friends at the end of his journey. So with the help of a giant peach, तो giant का मतलब होता है मैन ऑफ सुपरमैन, मैन विथ सुपरमैन स्ट्रक्चर, माने giant का मतलब माने राक्षस कहिए या राक्षसी कहिए, एबनॉर्मल बड़ा आदमी, लंबा आदमी, मैन विथ सुपरमैन स्ट्रक्चर, राक्षस कहो ये। पीच का मतलब होता है PEACH, पीच का मतलब होगा मेक ए डिस्प्ले ऑफ, दिखावट या दिखावट, आडंबर, दिखावट करना या आडंबर करना। तो he begins an adventurous journey with the help of a giant peach and makes friend at the end of his journey, और अपने यात्रा के अंत में वह दोस्त बना लिया। The third है, can you imagine living all alone on an island? Iceland, Robinson Crusoe. Third, Robinson Crusoe. ये हो गया थर्ड। By Janet Defoe is the story of a man who has spent 28 years. यह 28 वर्ष तक जो है आइसलैंड में रहा, मोस्टली अलोन, अकेले, ऑन एन आइसलैंड, आफ्टर हिज sank at sea. Sink माने flows towards the bottom, sink, SINK, sink माने होता है फ्लो, डूबना, बॉटम, नीचे चला जाना, जब तक कि वो नहीं गया, sank at sea, समुद्र में। The next 4 is Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain is a story about Tom. Fourth is Adventures It is by Mark Twain. ये मार्क टोनी के द्वारा लिखा गया अबाउट टॉम। किसके बारे में? तो टॉम के बारे में। ए नट्टी बुआ, टॉम जो था सो नट्टी बुआ। नट्टी माने नॉटी मतलब उपद्रवी, नटखट बालक नहीं होता है, नटखट उपद्रवी बालक। Who always seems to get into trouble. Who always seems to get into trouble. जो बराबर देखता था जो ट्रबुले में रहता था, because he is naughty boy. The fifth is The Jungle Book. Jungle Book. It is a collection of stories by Rudyard Kipling. ये Jungle Book it is the collection of stories written by Rudyard Kipling. It is a story of an Indian boy. या भारतीय लड़के का कहानी है मोगली who was raised by wolves. Wolves मतलब भेड़, WOLVES, wolves, and learn from the jungle. जो सीखा जंगल से animal to become wise and self-dependent. In this book, in these stories, they learn from the jungle. वो जंगल से सीखा किसके बारे में? About animals who become wise and self-independent. The last is 6. Mal, Bu, Di, Days. It is last in the stories. It is a collection of short stories. It is Malgudi Days. It is a collection of short stories written by R.K. Narayan. Written by R.K. Narayan. It is about Swami. या Swami. It is about Swami. ये स्वामी के बारे में. And his group of friends. और उनका जो friends का group है उसके बारे में. Who lives in the small Indian town of Malgudi. The story have also been made. The story have also been made into popular TV series. ये TV series भी इससे made है. So now it is all about book lover. These are the book. तो अब है. Now I am going to solve quick quiz. There are 5 quiz. You answer them. I answer. The first is this. Can you identify these characters from famous storybook? The first is this novel written by E.B. White is about a boy who looks a lot like a monk. The book tells about the little boy adventures in New York City. It is first. Little. The second, this story by Rodald Hull is about a young girl who is gifted with magical powers, but her parents ignore their daughter's skill. And think she is foolish. Who is this young girl? It is Matilda. Third, this person in Jonathan Swift novel research in Iceland after his ship sink at sea. जब उसका जहाज डूब गया. On the Iceland, he finds himself a prisoner of people who are only 6 inches tall. Who is he? Who is he? It is Gulliver. So, fourth, Ernest Wells wrote a story of a horse who lives in England and the difficulties he faces while growing up. What is the horse name? Black Beauty. Black Beauty. Lewis Carroll, in his wonderful story, takes a girl into a land of tea parties, talking rabbits. What is the girl's name? Alice. It is about cues. Now, at homework, read and learn. Chapter 17. So thank you, children. Thank you. Okay.